Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the brand new 2023 fairway and hybrid lineup from Srixon. So this is the ZX Mark II version. We've got a 3-wood and a hybrid to hit. Now, we've just seen the review video of the drivers, and Srixon have made a move to go away from carbon. A full titanium driver is in their offering now. Yet in the fairway wood, they've decided to keep carbon in there. Why is that? We're going to find out in this video. So before we jump into the 3-wood, we're going to have a little look at the hybrid to start off with. So Srixon ZX Mark II version of the hybrid. And first instincts here, getting it out of the wrapper and the head cover, is a very cool looking golf club. And when I say that, it means it's just very compact, very clean looking. We've got a full steel head, no carbon on this, and very nice sort of compact head, because when I put that down by the golf ball, it's just a very squat head, which I quite like personally. Obviously, we've got some forgiveness levels here, a bit of tech we're going to quickly talk through, but sits incredibly square, black face, black matte top, just a tiny little etching on the top, which just gives you that little bit of alignment of where the centre is. It's a good solid strike on that one. I felt a really nice sound as well, to be honest. It wasn't too sort of tinny. It was quite a muted, bit of a carbon sound there, even though it's not carbon. I think if you're really sort of fussy with your hybrids as well in terms of the way they look, and maybe if you see that left miss, most hybrids are built to be a little bit more upright, don't they? And you know, stopping that sort of left to right sort of shape. I think when it sits really square, I can really entertain that, because I'm always scared of that shot going left myself. Yeah, a touch low in the face on that shot, but it's flown nicely. And obviously the hybrid, you know, he's going to get up in the air, get that sort of flight there with that little bit of loft. Okay, so what's happening in technology-wise in this hybrid? So we've got the rebound frame that Srixon are quite famous for. We've seen that in previous drivers, seen it in the new driver, and we're also now seeing it into the hybrid. So that's helping to create some flex points, which basically helps to put some energy back into that club face and through that golf ball. And they've also got a sort of lower, deeper CG, so an internal weight, which is low in the head, sort of near that sole. Inside the head is lower in that centre of gravity. Again, that's always going to help with a little bit of those low strikes, get that ball sort of launched. It's a nice strike. It's a good flight, and it's a great sound to that. I really like the sound of that. The look of it is superb. Now this is a 3 rescue that I'm hitting, so this is a 19 degree. And a good sort of land angle there at 46 degrees, so you know you've got that little bit of stopping power. So typically, obviously, the hybrid is going to be maybe a club that you're going to hit into a green, isn't it? So a little bit of stopping power is always good. So Srixon have got a larger face radius is what they're calling. So basically, that's just going to help on control and spin on those strikes when you miss it heel, toe, low, and also high in that club face. So just trying to get that maintenance spin around those different strikes that potentially we're going to get. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a very nice flight. As I say, it's a great sound to that. Really like that. Yeah, really got hold of that one. So good ball speed, 146. That getting carrying out at 227, 240 total. So availability wise in the hybrid comes from a 2 all the way through to a 6. So depending where you drop off in your long irons, you can maybe start replacing them with the Srixon ZX Mark II hybrid. Okay, so moving now into the 3-wood, so ZX Mark II 3-wood. And as I mentioned before, we've just done a review video of the drivers, and Srixon, a little bit of a strange move, obviously they've got the reasons for doing it, have moved away from carbon. So they had carbon in the driver and the crown. They've moved away from that. It's back into this full titanium. They've got that sort of star crown technology, which is sort of strengthen the top. So it's an interesting move from Srixon in terms of what they're doing with the driver. Then we look at the fairway wood now that I've got in my hands, and we've still got the carbon in there. So why are they keeping the carbon in the fairway woods, not in the drivers? So basically what they're saying is the carbon, as we know, will save weight on that crown. Now with the fairway wood, typically going to hit the ball from the ground, most shots. So they need to get that CG as low as they possibly can to help with that launch and to help with getting that weighting in the right area of the head. So again, they're going to use the carbon to help with that discretionary weight, which they're going to reposition more lower in the head to help that low CG placement. Now, as we sit this down by the golf ball, again, it's a great look. So we're seeing a really good look for me personally through the drivers, through that hybrid just hit, and also this 3-wood. It sits very nice and square. Again, it's all matte black face. Does sit very, very nicely, I must admit. 3-wood, 15 degrees. It's a great flight. It's a little bit low toe, that. And that's maybe where that weight is just going to sort of help out a little bit on those slight low strike. Maybe sort of just mention there, I think typically I see a lot of golfers in the misses, and I think a lot of studies will back this up, that from that fairway shot, typically the strike is quite low in the face. You will see many brands do a lot of work sometimes with slots on the sole to help with flexing, on, which is basically all around those sort of low strikes to help that ball speed. Very sort of forward ball flight on that one. Yeah, that one was quite a low spin shot there, wasn't it? Look how much further that one's gone with. So the other aspect that's helping to lower that centre of gravity is what they call that step crown. Again, we've seen this quite a lot with Srixon products. So you can see that little ridge that sort of sits parallel to that leading edge. And that step crown basically just lowering that crown depth. Again, that's helping to that weight distribution to be lower again in that club head. Yeah, really enjoying hitting that. It's a very nice sort of sound to it, as I mentioned. Feels very solid. Now, availability-wise in these fairway woods, we've got a 3+, which is actually a 13.5, so a little bit stronger in the loft than this one, and this 3. So they both have the carbon in the head. And then when you move into the 5 wood and the 7 wood, we lose the carbon there, so it becomes a titanium head. So probably where you see more loft in the golf club then, maybe not as much help with trying to get that ball launched, maybe not the need to have that carbon in those 5 and 7 woods. Oh, that's a great strike. Super ball flight. You can see it really looks like a very forward ball flight there. Good ball speed, 157, and getting out at 272. Okay, so there we go. There's Srixon ZX MKII fairway and hybrid. Post comments down below. Let me know, is that something you want to go out and try? Love to hear your thoughts as always. Appreciate watching the video. If you have liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll catch up with you all very soon.